What the fuck did Oscar Ferguson even do? No, really, what the fuck did Oscar Ferguson even do? I've known about this whole Oscar Ferguson thing back in 2014, when it was primarily YouTube troll police members antagonizing him. Now all of a sudden in 2015 and 2016, everyone in the internet police group microcosm started shitting on him for no discernible reason whatsoever, and I just don't understand that. When it comes to the other characters that these people like to collectively declare a nuclear holocaust over, you can actually gather a few clear, concrete reasons for why they are hated. Warren Cook is hated for making fake VHS openings and passing them off as real. Demi9909 is hated for stealing grounded video ideas and claiming that they are his own. The YouTube troll police is hated for harassing other users while LARPing as some top tier trolling squadron. Mary Maron is hated for raging in all caps at people when someone has a different opinion from him. Ottomagic is hated for obsessively hating on shows that have profanity in them, whilst being a so-called baby show fan. In fact, most of the people that are hated in the Go Animate sphere are simply hated for liking baby shows. Boom, I just gave you no less than 5 people that I was able to give you reasons for their notoriety, and I didn't have to think hard about it either, and even then I feel like I'm only scratching the surface. I've been in this community for about 10 years, so you name anyone who's been hated and I'll surely think of plenty of reasons for their notoriety, even if it's not really a good reason. However, when it comes to Oscar Ferguson, I've never actually seen anyone give out a concrete reason for why they hate on him. When they do give out their reasons for hating Oscar, it's usually riddled with bullshit. Take a look at the tripe that the people over at the Go Animate Wiki have about Oscar Ferguson. Oscar Ferguson, a gay, slender man, is a 25-year-old criminal that has caused millions of crimes. Every crime in the world has been caused by him at least more than twice. He fed his mom so many big bag of 10 discos to make her fat in 2011, which caused her mother, Margaret Richardson, as well as his dad, Gus Ferguson, and his uncle, Glenn Richardson, to hate Oscar. He has caused so many vehicle crashes. Luckily he hasn't done a really bad crash and the vehicles he has crashed will always get repaired for now. However, he has caused 186 deaths from all the vehicle crashes he caused. He has won so many gold medals and trophies for the pooping in the floor contest. He has never won a silver nor a bronze medal / trophy. He has never lost a pooping on the floor contest. He has 25 trophies and 95 medals of the pooping in the floor contest. He has stolen 1 million PS5s. He is the main reason on why there's a shortage of PS5 console on store shelves. He also has an illegal explosives company called Discos Exchange which copyright infringes the Discos and Gay Exchange logos. However, he got sued in 2019 by Discos and Gay Exchange companies and making illegal explosives, and he was arrested in October 2020 but he escaped jail in November 2020. No one knew he was on the loose, as he was doing some explosive making, until in August 2021, where he and his butt buddies was arrested in a Norwegian prison that's impossible to escape, as he was selling drugs on Norway before his arrest, and with all of his explosives and guns seized. Recently he has been going on a rampage throughout New York City, where he has met Michael Gargangula, who will soon be his arch-nemesis. In the journey he discovered Michael and Mr. Jotaro planning on building a civilization. What the fuck is this stupid bullshit? Those aren't reasons, that's just a bunch of nonsensical dumb fuckery that can only be made possible by some autistic LARPer. Warren Cook and Demi9909 both have Go Animate articles made about them, and they at least give you clear, concise descriptions for why they are hated that you can see right here. This article is just a bunch of asinine dribble that doesn't even bother to give you any actual information about who Oscar is, let alone any reason for why so many people are trolling him. Why? Well, since most of these Oscar Ferguson hating dumb fucks couldn't have been bothered to give an actual discernible reason for why people hate on him, here's my theory based on what I've seen. Back in the good old days in 2013 to 14, when I heard anything about Oscar Ferguson, it was when the YouTube troll police was harassing and trolling him. Yeah, the original YouTube troll police, not some Go Animate troll who quote-unquote joined the YouTube troll police in order to fully affirm their label as being a so-called bad user. It was the same YouTube troll police that typed in all caps, talking a weird mixture of text speak and Shakespearean English, and bragged about how Tommy Parkey has big muscles and has a huge cock. That YouTube troll police, hopefully we're clear on that one. Anyway, while these YouTube troll police chumps, and I'm sure many others as well, were trolling and harassing him, calling him things like Oscar and faggots or what have you, Oscar Ferguson would respond like this.
Take this off, do not mention me when it does not involve me. It's Slenderman, not Slenderman. No, I do not remember any of these lies. You do not have any evidence that we are not clowns. We hate clowns. You did not draw it out. You have no proof what we look like whatsoever. You never met us and you do not know what we look like. Not true, Messi. If you leave my man alone, his name is not Gus Ferguson. No, because Ferguson. There is no Gus Ferguson. No, because Ferguson. Gus Ferguson. And because Ferguson does not exist, there is only David Smith. His name is David Smith. He is not as no one. He is not Pennywise. Nor Pennywise. He takes Pennywise. Not the original. There is no 1900 handings. The original is the 2017/2000 handing. No, he is not Pennywise. Not alright. He takes Pennywise. No, that is not me. I do not look like that. I'm not Ginger. I do not have a beard and I do not have glasses. No, I'm not Pennywise. I take Pennywise. was not 2017. No, I'm obviously not a clown, not demon. We are not creepy or creepy. We are not clowns. We hate clowns. No, this is not us in real life because we do not look like that. Because we are not clowns. We hate clowns. No, this is not what we do in our free time. My name does karaoke and I go to clowns and meetups and go to the cinema and buy video games. I hate clowns. One, no, that is not my name. He does not look like that. You did not draw no one. There is no us and Oscar. Us and Oscar does not exist. There is only David and Bob. We are not Pennywise. We hate Pennywise. You did not.
As over-the-top response, typing a whole 10,000 word paragraph in all caps addressing every goddamn allegation that person has made, no punctuation marks whatsoever, has over time prompted some of the more sadistic types within this community to come out and start antagonizing him too. Up until 2015, it was primarily people from the YouTube troll police, and people who are supportive of the YouTube troll police that were the ones antagonizing him. But after 2015, people from Nemo 333M's community, people from the NOBD, and other groups and labels consisting of people who think they are tough, because they hate GoAnimate, started to antagonize him as well. And this is how this whole Oscar Ferguson thing came to be. And now we're in the present day. People are still antagonizing and making fun of Oscar Ferguson, showing his real face everywhere, showing his parents' face, and tracking down Oscar Ferguson whenever he changes his account or even his identity, seemingly, because people were harassing him so much. Based on this history lesson above, you can see that the reason for so much animosity and antagonism towards Oscar Ferguson is very different from the very clear and concrete reasons for why many GoAnimate adjacent communities hate their undesirables. They don't hate Oscar for the same way people hate Nemmy or Warren, where people will tell you a handful of reasons for their notoriety, saying we hate them for this reason or that reason. No, it just boils down to let's go harass Oscar Ferguson so we can see him rage and cry, because we think it's funny. That's all. That's all there is to it. And I know some of you are gonna say, well, we hate on him, because he rages at people. Gee, I wonder why. Who would have thought that nearly a decade's worth of harassment, teasing and cyberbullying that has no real purpose other than to harass, tease and cyberbully, for its own sake would make someone snap and have tantrums online, especially with someone like Oscar Ferguson, whom I am suspecting has autism based on how he responds. And I know people are gonna start typing in the comment section saying Otto, just because someone has autism, doesn't mean he is exempt from criticism. Stop using the autism card. Yes, Oscar having autism is relevant, especially when discussing why he responds the way he does. Some people with autism don't have the social cues necessary to pinpoint what is appropriate in any situation, and it's especially the case with Oscar Ferguson raging in all caps at his antagonizers, and also how he hasn't been provided with another way to respond by anyone. And I know some of you are gonna say, well, I have autism, but I don't type in all caps like Oscar Ferguson does. Big Chungus Minecraft Five Nights at Freddy's ha 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 swah 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 swah. Wow, good for you my good man. How is your friend Kiwi Farms Tranny Autist Killer 911 getting along with you? The problem is that not all forms of autism are the same, because autism is a spectrum, and you can be pinpointed anywhere on said spectrum. One person's form of autism may not be the same as another person's form of autism, and that goes with every other spectrum out there in any form. I don't care if your autism isn't nearly as severe, at the end of the day you're basically using someone's disability to harass them. Let me just end with this. This whole Oscar Ferguson thing is nothing more than a harassment campaign through and through, full stop. I mean, think about what the whole thing is about. People make up a bunch of stupid bullshit about him, teases and antagonizes him, and that causes Oscar Ferguson to rage in all caps, and they continuously do it, because they think it's funny. How the fuck am I supposed to interpret this in any way other than just plain bullying? If you're one of the people who likes to harass Oscar Ferguson, I advise you to stop. Oscar Ferguson's hatedom has no purpose to exist, and quite frankly Oscar himself has done nothing to deserve it. I know I am going to piss off hundreds of thousands of Oscar Ferguson haters, including plenty of those from my audience, and they feel like they are being called out. I consider this a good thing, because if they are still insisting on harassing Oscar Ferguson just like they've been doing for the past 8 to 9 years, then I don't want their support. I welcome their hatred with open arms. If you see any person, whether it be a GoAnimate grounded video maker, a so-called mature user, an internet police group member, or anyone else of that sort, and they are still harassing Oscar Ferguson and making videos on him, feel free to know who these people are and oppose them. Hopefully we, as a community, can start off on the right foot with this in mind. Anyway, this is Ottomagic Critic, and have a great rest of your day. See you next time.